I'll say one too.
Yeah.
One. Whatever.
Too many.
We're starting the fucking podcast. We're here. Everything has to go. We're movers. We're gonna talk for an hour or so. I'm Dan. White Oak. Other nicknames. Going on.
Boot. River Birch. Angry Hippie. The Gabriel Landeskog of moving.
Don't start that.
All right.
You start that shit.
All right.
He's gotten. He's had 9 points in the last 4 days.
Rowdy Row, Tennessee Cypress, and the Mickey's Marauder today.
Ooh. Classic Mickey's.
Almost got you one. I know you like Mickey's.
I do like Mickey's.
I'm Charlie, Weeping Willow, the Invertebrate.
Slick Nick, Eastern Red Cedar, Canadian Carnage.
Oh,
Shit. Kami.
Very nice. You practice that in the mirror, huh?
No, I should have done.
Yeah, he's practicing in front of Salofi.
Did I sound bad?
it's pretty bad.
When do you sound good?
We got Kyle, the Drywall Assassin, Fredward Coleslaw, Heavy Fragile.
Top load.
Colorado Rattlesnake, the Office Ficus, Prince Broadley
Mighty is he.
has a drinking problem.
I'm big alopecia, and that's about it.
Not even your real name, just Big Alopecia.
I
That's how we
gotta
refer
stay
to
under the
you.
radar these days.
Well, I didn't have anything lined up for this podcast. I have ideas for the future, which will happen eventually. But I don't know. It's just this week's been pretty rough.
Yeah.
These last couple of weeks have been pretty rough. Everybody's tired and shit. I'm trying to remember. We'll just go this week in moving. Kyle, you said he had a picture. We'll start there.
I have a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'll
send
you one too.
classic Custy situation where it's moving into a house with one room, and there's clearly not enough space for all the stuff. So, go ahead and have you guys guess the 2 items that we stacked that definitely should not have been so.
Stacking items. It's got to be some kind of hutch on top of something.
Pretty close.
Not a hutch on top of
I
something.
just heard this story.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Did you put a washing machine or a dryer on top of something?
No, but one of them is an appliance.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now we're getting somewhere.
Oh, it's got to be a chest freezer.
Mm,
No?
you're close.
Real close.
Freezer on a
A
hutch?
fridge, I guess.
So,
Did you put a dorm fridge
No.
on top of...
Just
That's stupid.
yes, it is. So it was a standing freezer that we took in there first, which, first of all, why would you have that in your bedroom? And then he didn't have room for his bookshelf, so he's like, yeah, just put it up there. Like,
oh god.
wait, what? And it doesn't have the back on it, too, so it's like completely leaning into the wall and chalked against just the little, like, thing that holds the door on the freezer. So we were like, that's what he said to do.
I hope he puts all his books in the freezer and all his meat in the bookcase.
Yeah.
It's gotta find somewhere. You had about 1 million DVDs.
You sure did.
All in
You can
totes.
put all your cookbooks up there.
We have a secondary picture. It's the worst thing ever.
It is in fact the worst day ever. I mean, worst thing ever. I spent all day. I did 3 things today. I disassembled that, a treadmill,
You took
and
it fucking
an
apart?
elliptical. And put it back. I was upstairs in the master bedroom.
Oh my
Those are high
god.
ceilings. That's Alex, not bent over. It stands 2 feet taller than him.
Dude, that...
There's me standing straight up, it's 2 feet taller than me,
I
too.
don't think we said what it was. It's a stair stepper.
It sure
that's
is.
like 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Dude, that concept of the stair stepper upstairs is hilarious.
Go upstairs.
And the elliptical and treadmill, commercial style, were in the basement.
What? What's wrong with these people?
Dude, everything.
same
I
room?
specifically requested a one and done for my entire crew today. Because this is a temporary house we moved into.
Oh,
So it's all coming out soon.
You don't
It's
say.
ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
That's outrageous. It's stupid. I hate it.
Like that shouldn't exist.
No, it shouldn't.
I didn't take a picture of the treadmill, but it was atrocious. Bro.
Yeah.
This fucking thing, it was weighed as much
Just
as a
look at it.
Volkswagen.
I don't drink for fun.
Yeah.
German engineering.
Now you know why I said
You
what I
can
said.
scroll a
earlier.
little bit and see the size comparison of human beings, but you can tell it. You know, they're 8-foot ceilings in the corner.
Much taller than that headboard.
I'm just gonna have to go into my pictures and look at the schedule to actually remember what I've done this week.
Need to see it again. No.
I'd rather not see it ever
He
again.
was there.
He helped.
Alex is having a rough one because I just got to the picture of you right after you hit that beanbag when you jumped off that storage unit into a beanbag.
What?
That was pretty funny.
It's been a rough week.
His face is not happy in that picture. But yeah,
The old Assassin's Creed leap of faith.
No, it was more like I just fucking jumped off a storage container and threw my tailbone on the ground. I went straight through like a hot knife in the fucking butt.
Did you really?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
No cushion whatsoever.
Coop Civic SS.
No, I was scared to spread because I didn't want to fucking get sciatica again.
Who's got sciatica?
Who's got sciatica?
we did a 800-pound safe
It was 9.
yesterday. I don't remember. The days are blending together.
I saw your disappointment yesterday.
It was
morning.
900.
Yeah,
It was.
Oh, it was 900.
The schedule said 900.
Well, I don't really know how heavy it was. It was heavier than me and Salofi could pick up, so that's pretty heavy.
Pretty bad.
But the problem was, it was going from garage to garage, which is the only reason why we did one that heavy, because allegedly we don't do them that heavy anymore. But the problem was there were bolts sticking up into it, and they were like ratcheted down, but the customer took them out, like the nut, but the bolt was still sticking out of the fucking concrete into the safe. So we had to figure out how to get the safe like 4 inches off the ground to get it over the bolts. What we ended up doing was we leaned it, because it was like in the corner of the garage. So we tried leaning it to the side, like just tucking a dolly underneath it and trying to like prop it up. But the bolts wouldn't let that happen. So we had to lean it towards the front where like the keypad and the like handle is. And then we pretty much got 3 dudes and me to help walk it off the bolts. It just kind of bent the shit out of 1 or 2 of them.
That seems like the right way to do it. Just shear those fuckers off.
Yeah. There was one point, though, where we basically had the whole safe sitting on top of those 4 bolts, just floating there. And it was like, well, what do we do now?
Was he mad you scratched the bottom?
Yeah.
What are you guys going to do about these scratches on the bottom of my 900 pounds?
That's
That's
gonna
gonna
have.
replace those bolts, or
It's giving me some
Yeah,
flashbacks.
sign here.
I think we already talked about it on a different podcast, but that fucking asshole that we took his 900-pound safe or whatever up that staircase and scratched part of the side of his safe, and he was all pissed about it.
It was heated.
It was great though, because JD was there too.
Nice.
So that made it a little better.
He pulled up and there was carpet people there. You remember?
Yeah, yeah.
JD was like fucking. We were just waiting for the customer. He was like, "This is not fucking ideal. This is not ideal." He was pissed.
Yeah.
Great.
That's
It's been a while, JD, since you've been in the field.
that's that happened immediately before the meeting of we're not doing big safes anymore.
Ah,
So,
well,
that's,
there were a few times before that he came out for some safes and it was near disaster. Both him and Derek almost died. We probably talked about that.
we definitely have.
Yeah.
Yeah. You almost died too, didn't you?
Yeah, I was on the top. I mean,
Oh,
I've
okay.
almost died lots of times.
Well, yeah, that's true.
too many
That-
to
We
count.
had, we had a toddler telling us how we were all going to die moving shit. To the
It's like, you guys are gonna fall. You're gonna crack your head open. You're gonna die. Like, damn,
You're
dude.
going to crack your head.
And then
Like,
he fell off
this
the
isn't
couch.
Good, guys. This is not good for you.
He ate shit so hard, dude. It was hilarious.
It's a well-spoken young man for a 5-year-old.
Is this like the Custy's kid or just some
No,
kid?
this is the
No,
Custy's
that's his kid.
I was imagining like from like The Incredibles, the kid just rolls up on his tricycle. Like, you guys are gonna fucking die.
He had a tricycle.
You did?
I was thinking more of a like The Shining.
Oh,
But hold on, what is Gams Schmeg backwards Gams?
Dude, I had to take a full-on schmegfest over what we did today.
Pretty rough.
it was kind of a schmegfest with all the pieces, to be honest.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, once we disassembled everything, it kind of was a lot. Of
You
schmeg.
made your own
We did.
Schmegfest.
The fucking smorgasbord of fucking hardware.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
blood.
Hardware.
So much hardware.
Dude,
brought
and that
back
booth,
half
alright,
of
so
it.
the worst thing about that stair stepper, you know those cheap plastic like clips that you would find all over like a GM vehicle? That like they're kind of one and done, you know?
Specifically on the radiator.
Everywhere. There were 50 of those. So it's all janky now.
Oh, I got one right here,
You probably
actually.
do.
They're just like little zip ties? Or,
Little
there.
zip
Oh,
ties.
okay, I know what you're
Yeah, that one didn't make it.
We came back with more than that.
That was just the one that came out of your pocket.
Yeah, among others.
Dog. What, 3 of us lifted the heavy end of that thing and we're like,
Nah.
no, it's coming, it's going.
I had it for like a couple feet, and then no,
Yeah,
it
it's
was
the
that.
same with the first time. The first time I tried to pick it up, it was like, ooh, I don't know if I can even do this. And then like, all right, extra effort. All right, I got it. And then it's slipping. I'm sweating balls. It's sliding out. Finely polished metal. Just looks space age, you know.
Oh, spooky ghosts.
Yeah.
It's getting windy outside. Yeah, it's been hot lately, so we're all sweaty all the time, and it's really hard to pick up smooth metal things when you're all fucking sweaty.
Like smooth the lead.
That is true.
Washers and dryers with sweaty hands are the fucking
Yeah.
worst.
And it's soapy too.
Mhm.
So you got that.
Oh, I totally forgot on that day with the safe too. That same job, that lady had like a 300-pound smoker
Oh, that's right.
covered with Texas A&M shit. You were looking pretty shook. I feel like
I was. Looking my ass.
a lot of that day. Fuck that grill too, or the smoker, whatever the hell it was, because it had metal wheels, and 2 of them turned, and that was it. So we left a huge, like, just black streak across the garage because the wheels wouldn't turn, and you can't pick it up.
Sounds about right.
Classic.
Speaking of getting shook, Tay was shook a couple times yesterday. It was pretty funny. 'Cause I know a lot of you have had the experience, but we had to move into a office building in Old Town Square, like in the upstairs area.
Just did one of
And
those
of course,
recently.
We were fucking
yeah.
around downtown yesterday too.
there was nowhere to park, so we had to do the classic pull into the middle and move through the traffic. And I pulled into there, and Tay looked at me and was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Look at the contract. It says right there we have to park in the middle of the fucking street and move the shit in there." And it's like, "Are you serious?" like, yeah.
Man, this raggedy man.
I'm staying in the truck.
And then the job we went to after that, they had like 2 full mattress and box spring sets, and
Oh no.
Custy and her son brought down the first one and set it against the back of the couch, like right in front of the door. So we were like, well, I guess we're getting that first. And, you know, went and lifted them. They were both super light. So I was like, all right, Tay, we're getting huge. And he was like, what? Just picked them both up.
Oh,
and he
yes.
was like, couldn't figure it out at
The old
first. And then he was
squish
like,
the
all
box
right.
spring
Yeah,
mattress
exactly.
together.
Just carry them both.
Did you go to
It's
that
like,
Old
you're
Town
crazy.
Square? Is that where that office was?
Mm-hmm.
I was just there a couple weeks ago.
Oh, we just moved some concrete tabletops up to an office. You were there.
Yeah, it was.
Is there, this is all probably the same office building.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's just
Could be.
remodeled, kind
Yep.
of in the corner of both
Yeah.
conventions.
You were,
No, we
you
were
were
on the
with me.
other
That's
side.
right.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
got
that's what
those
we
little
did.
pastries or whatever.
And the dude had the Robert E. Lee picture in his office.
There was an abortion rally that day. Or
Yeah,
something.
there was.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
pro-choice
dude.
rally.
It was huge.
It was
It's
crazy.
all coming together.
There was like fucking pictures of like coat hangers with like a little circle with a line going through it and shit. People playing very, very half-assed music, but it was cool.
Was it
Yeah, the
just
rally
saying
was
that
cool.
they need to pack their clothes? Or?
I don't think they're against hanging clothes. I think that's what it is.
Oh.
I think there's-
No more wardrobes!
Yeah, I don't know. They're more in a folding.
I once played with a band called Coat Hanger Abortion.
Okay.
So that's obviously what they're getting.
Were
at.
they pro-life or pro-choice?
I think we got it.
That's what that meant?
Yeah.
We went to go get cinnamon rolls and they were all out and I was broken hearted, dude.
The worst part is they were out until we ordered and then they brought in a fresh tray.
Mm.
It was so sad.
Liars.
Are these the abortion people? What are you saying?
Oh, no. There was a little bakery right around the corner. I
Okay.
can't remember the name of it. But
Were they pro or anti?
I think everyone's pretty pro.
Yeah.
Pretty pro there.
The rally was pro-choice.
Yeah,
so
not
I
Wyoming.
assume-
They just put up that billboard that has a huge Colorado flag and
Yep.
it says "Color me aborted."
It does. It does.
I haven't seen that, but I'm
You-
Oh,
you
it's
will.
real good. Yeah.
I need to be who's
no,
like
that
coming up
rules.
with these slogans because it's kind of funny. It's fucked up. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, they might have got rid of the Garth Brooks one in favor of that.
Oh.
The hey man, there's only one race, the human race.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
no, I
The
know
black and
those,
white
yeah.
one, yeah.
They got rid of that one.
I think so. There might still be another one. But
I hope they got rid of the one that's women make history and replaced it with an anti-abortion one.
That would be
There's a few of
That's
them.
a
that are-
Wyoming ass thing to do,
Yeah.
too.
there's some great ones
Yeehaw.
or in Montana too.
Oh, yeah.
The favorite ever, the fucking ask me how the gun went off. The Montana Meth Project. You're just like, damn, dude. Dark.
They had all those ones in Wyoming for a long time that were like, don't beat up your grandma, it's not cool. What?
Okay, wait a minute.
Why is
Hold
this a
on.
problem?
Wyoming has a lot of problems. Alright.
Not a lot of people, a lot of problems.
Yeah.
The other thing that was funny about that office move, though, was all the stuff we were getting to put back in there was in that same house that we were at the day before, getting all that stuff out of the garage. So she was all apologizing about us not being able to move the fucking ride-on lawnmower that I was like, I didn't want to move that in.
Yeah, it's no sweat off my
He
ass.
was like, were you here yesterday? I was like, yes, I sure was.
Well, God damn it, George Jones, get on your mower and drive it over to your house.
May he rest in peace.
What's up?
I said, may he rest in peace.
Yeah. This was a Colorado problem. There's 2 Subarus in the garage and there's sets of Subaru keys. So
Oh. Oh. Very
my Outback's here, my other Outback's here.
Must have lost it hiking. I don't know.
No, they carpooled down to Denver together. It was her friend's
Aussie
cars
picked it
up. They
that
rode their
she
bikes to
parked
the brewery.
in their
My
garage to
golden
block
doodle
us
must
from
have
getting
hated
shit
it.
out of Central.
This was I think I might have mentioned this on the podcast, but this is a while ago. We were doing a shuffle, just a bunch of shit going to the garage because they were redoing the floors or whatever. And the son was living with the mom, and he was probably about our age, really, but he looked a lot like Trent. And he had like, and he was wearing like pajamas and a baggy shirt and had a big old bushy beard.
Not
And
worth a fuck.
He had to move his car out of the garage, which was a blue WRX.
You don't say.
I know Trent doesn't listen to this, and unless you know him, it's not funny, but it's real funny.
You should have emptied out your water jug on his car. Like, oh.
Yeah, just piss him off.
There's a Guns N' Roses song about Trent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Every WRX is a Trent.
That's poison.
That yeah.
It's all the same shit.
I'm sure there's a Guns N' Roses one, too.
Yeah.
Any WRX driver is Trent. They probably vape. They probably have a beard.
Take me down to WRX City.
I would have loved to see that car going out to that camping spot.
I was in it.
I was behind
Oh,
it.
shit, dude.
I was behind it, picking up parts on the trail.
Like last year with Nick.
I mean, he fucking made it though. Trent drove
He
that
did.
WRX
He did.
up the side of a fucking mountain.
Mm-hmm.
It was
We lost
impressive.
one skirt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got it back on real quick too.
Right? I give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
I guess as far as this week in moving, you kind of reminded me because Tay was there. It was Tay and Josh and me, and we were moving a piano, and we were going to a split level in Broomfield, which turned out to be the first floor was a garage, the second floor was the first level of the place, and the third floor was the second level of the place.
All right. Third
But
floor.
it was pretty much like the those fucking brick places
Yeah.
over off of like Iowa and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
Those,
fuck
shitty ass.
you,
It was
yeah.
pretty much like those places. But we had to get that piano up there, and multiple times that day, Tay's just looking at me like, man, they're trying to get you. They're getting you. But yeah, had Josh on the top of that piano. We pushed up a huge flight of stairs. I should have gotten a picture. It was one of the biggest straight flights of stairs I've ever seen with no landing or anything, which is cool. Makes it a lot easier, but Jesus Christ. It was like 30 steps. It was crazy.
I booked that job.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, it's not like an upstairs you would call it. It's like, I don't know, a couple steps. It's like a split level. She's like, yeah, it's like you're on one level, but then you walk down like a couple steps and you're on another level. And then maybe you walk down a couple more steps, you're on another level.
Maybe?
A couple steps as in 20 to 30
I don't even
steps.
think she knew.
No, I don't think she did. She was foreign, and I have no idea from where. I want to say Eastern Europe. All of her degrees and stuff were in a different language. It was all like Roman characters, but I had no idea what any of it
That's
said.
right. Because she was the one that it was,
Like
when I
English
was
characters.
going over the estimate with her, it's like she was answering me with questions. It's like, so, what kind of furniture you got? Room by room. What's in your bedroom? A bed? A dresser?
Yeah. She was nice enough, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't Cyrillic? I feel like she
No.
would be Eastern European. I mean, unless she got. I don't know why it would be an English letter.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't recognize the language. I couldn't
She
tell
was
what it was.
she was a doctor.
She did have a doctorate, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
think
guess
she
she
had
wasn't
one.
a doctor, but she had a doctorate.
I think she had more than one. She had a
Yeah, she
She
shitload of
wasn't a
degrees.
medical doctor.
Yeah.
When people say doctor, you think of medical doctor or Dr. Dre. Those are the only two options.
I don't know if we brought this up on the podcast before, but if you have a doctorate and you insist on being called doctor, go fuck yourself. just throwing that off there.
Yeah,
Except for Booth, who's
Dr.
not a
Eric
doctor,
Hoffman.
Yeah.
who insists on being called a doctor. That's completely different. That's fine.
It's just for the male.
Yeah,
I respect the shit out of
what
it.
if you have a doctorate? What if you have a doctorate in prefixes though?
Nah.
Yeah,
Doctorate
no,
and
that's kinda-
prefixes.
So all your Amazon packages say Dr. Eric Hoffman?
They sure do.
That rules.
All right, I'm gonna order something right now. I got something to try out.
Yeah. They require no,
No, it's just a little drop down.
documentation. Yeah.
It's a drop down menu. You can choose your prefix.
Mhm.
You can choose a suffix too. You can be like the third.
Yeah.
No, it's just gonna be me and only me. But I'm gonna be a doctor.
What does Esquire mean? That's a suffix.
It's
You're a
like
lawyer.
a lawyer
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
In
It's a certain kind of lawyer.
in England,
Uh-oh.
Amber alert!
Who'd you
Guys,
take?
we have to go.
Who'd you take this
Yeah.
time?
They're in a red Eddie Bauer Bronco.
Shut up! Take this.
Wow!
Impossible. I'm drinking Mickey's. I would never get behind the wheel of a 1994 Eddie Bauer Bronco. We also moved some foreigners this week, and they're very nice folks, but from India. And the hiccup in the contract was in India. I don't know about Europe and her situation, but the first floor to them is the ground floor.
yeah,
The second floor
British do the same thing.
is the first floor.
Yeah,
So we had a surprise third to a second
It's the worst.
yeah.
Yeah.
instead of a second to the ground. And that can ruin your afternoon. We had some windows blown, but that's also an error in translation. So
Yeah.
maybe in her particular, I don't know. You said she answered everything in questions.
Yeah, I think she was
Translation.
hesitant on. No, she spoke English just fine, and I mean she's got a doctorate in whatever she's got a doctorate in, so she's educated. She just didn't understand the process, I guess. I remember too. She asked me. She was like, "What if you don't move the piano and you just do the other stuff? What would that cost?" And then I told her, and she went, "Oh, that's amazing. Keep the piano on there." I was like, "Okay."
On second thought,
Because it was only like $150 for that piano or something.
Yeah, it was a spinet, right?
Well,
It was supposed to only go up 4 stairs.
yeah, it was a spinet. but
That's
it was-
probably what it was, because she said there was 4 steps. She probably meant 4
4
sets of
flights.
steps.
that spinet though was probably the heaviest one I've ever moved.
Yeah,
Look,
dude.
It was all compact and small, so it wasn't like hard to manage.
Yeah.
But it was probably the heaviest one that I've ever had
Yeah.
to lift.
I remember me and Caleb one time did a 2-man of a spinet that we literally together could not pick it up. Had to get someone else to come out and help us.
Oh, what else happened this week? Everybody was there. We've done so much shit this week, and I just don't remember.
Some terrible layouts and stuff, but I did 160 in tips. Everyone on my crew.
Oh,
one
yeah.
day.
Oh, hell yeah.
The day before, I got 100 each on my crew.
I mean,
Today we got
tell their
50
input
each.
wrong and you don't see any of it.
No, it was cash.
Yeah.
260 in cash in 2 days.
That day you jumped off that beanbag, we got 250 each, dude.
I remember.
That shit's killer.
Gnarly.
Yeah, it's awesome.
More importantly, is the memories you made that day.
Yeah.
Well, the memories my ass made.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
It's not about the moves; it's the furniture along the way.
That was that day too. Another thing with Tay. At the end of that day, we're standing out in front of these storage units, trying to put all this fucking garbage into them, and we're trying to get them in the right way because there's a few items that we need to get in. They just won't fucking fit, and we're standing there staring like an idiot. And Tay's like, I've never had to stand out here and like try to figure out how to fit more stuff in there. And I'm like, really?
Yeah, exactly.
What? Lucky you, bro. Oh, I do have a story from today. Here we go. Here's a good one. All right, so me and Jake and other people had we had a job to do in the morning, and then we had to split off. Our crew, me and Doug, had to split off to go do another job, which was moving like a college kid to another place. So she didn't have that much shit, but the whole thing was scheduled through her dad or whatever. So I tried to call her dad, and his phone goes to this is a spam deterrent dealio. Leave your name and whatever, and we'll see if we can connect you. And I was like, no, absolutely not. So I just show up at the place, and I knock on the door. Nobody's fucking there. Waiting, I knock on the door. Nobody's fucking there. So I call Brad, and Brad has the audacity to ask me if I've knocked on the door. Number one.
You'd be surprised, man.
Just throwing that out there. But I was like, Brad, call this dude. And me and Doug are just like sitting on the steps, and we hear someone inside. I'm like, what the fuck? Motherfucker. So I bang on the fucking door again, and this girl comes to the door, and she's like losing her mind. She's all stressed out. She's like, I'm on a conference call. I didn't know you'd be here. My dad was supposed to be here to help. And I was like, all right, whatever. And she's like, okay, my dad's going to be here in a minute. Can you just wait outside? Sure, whatever. So her dad pulls up, and, her dad is supposed to be there, and I'm like, Doug, is there anybody in the driveway? He's like, no, I don't see anybody. So we like look outside. He fucking parked at the neighbor's because he doesn't know where his daughter lives.
Nice.
And he went to the wrong place and like tried to go in there and then had to come over and talk to us. But anyway, he shows us around. We load this shit all on the truck. And here's where we get to the meat of the story, where she's like, where's my purse? I don't know where my purse is. It was sitting on top of that table. And me and Doug are like, no, it wasn't. It was not sitting on the top of that table. She's like, can I look in the truck to see if it got like packed in any of these boxes? And it's like, sure. There's 10 total boxes. You can fucking look through these boxes. So she's popping them open. Can't find the fucking purse. I'm like, is it in the desk? We put the desk in the back of the truck. And she's like, no, it's not in the desk. Still looking through boxes. We're all searching around the whole fucking house. And I'm finally like, all right, Doug, we got to pull everything out. We got to get to that desk in the back. It's got to be in the desk. Sure enough, we pull it out. The very first thing we put on the truck, it's in the top fucking drawer. Her purse is there, which has the key to the next apartment in it. So we had to unpack that whole fucking truck. It wasn't that much stuff, but we still had to unpack the whole damn thing and then repack it. She never blamed us for stealing it, and I would have been so fucking pissed if she had said anything.
Oh, yeah.
God.
I would have left with the purse.
Yeah.
Show you.
She told me it was absolutely not in the desk, and it was 100% in that desk.
That's the worst, dude.
Yeah.
It's like the guy that one time we loaded up a storage unit and then, or we loaded up his house, unloaded at his house, and then put the rest of his shit in storage. He was like, pretty sure that checkbook is in that desk you put in there first. And I was like, all right, let me just add this service charge. We can take credit card. And he was like, well, no, I want the check price. I was like, Sorry.
Bad.
Yep, it's in that desk,
We're about to
and
start
I'm not
charging-
getting it back out.
We're gonna start charging you hourly right now.
It's $4.45 right now, dude, and this service charge is just going up and up and up. I don't even make that thing.
Holy shit, dude. Maybe I told this story, but we did this nightmare job where we were just fucking loading. We were supposed to pack, but we got there and we're like, we're not packing anything. I told the guy, if you think all this is fitting in that 126-foot U-Haul, you're dreaming, buddy. And he's like, yeah, that's what everyone keeps telling me. I'm like, we can leave or we can pack that truck full and we'll go then. So we did that. And of course, when it comes time to pay, this lady pours the tallest White Russian I've ever seen.
Ooh.
And then fucking burps vodka in my face.
Oh, dude.
Vodka milk. in
Yeah,
your
she's
face?
checking out the price. He's like, yeah, so we had all cash, but you loaded it in the dresser very first thing. And I told her, it was like, we're going to start in here. These dressers are going on that truck first. So she knew the whole time.
People try that.
But sorry, that's all of our cash for our whole trip. Can you unload it all? And I'm like, no. The two guys that I was with, it was Big Tommy and Sean Spear.
Mm.
You should have seen the looks on their faces when I agreed to do this job. And both grown men looking like they were about to cry.
Oh.
And I was like, dudes, we can just load it real fast, get paid, get out of here. Like, we're not packing shit. It'll be fine. It wasn't fine. We didn't get paid. Ever. She wrote me a knowingly bogus check. Corporate was in town.
It was that lady, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I do
Dude.
remember this, yeah.
Holy fuck. That was insane.
This shit's crazy, man. People are wild,
But
bro.
we didn't want to walk it because we're way up in Red Feather, like deep in Red Feather.
Mhm.
We went all the way up there. And corporate was in town.
Dude, that shit's crazy. It's funny, too, because you get people like that try and... It doesn't happen as often as it used to with, like, trying to dodge the paying or fucking writing a bad check or shit like that, you know? Because these people get the, at least around the price estimate told to them over the phone. They're like, hell yeah, let's do it. And then you show them the bill and they're like, how? But how? It's like, dude, your bill came down by $75 from what they told you on the phone. Why are you pissed? Or making up stories.
God, the lady today was fucking around with that a little bit. She tried to. I shut her down. But it was like, oh, well, that's not very much less than that estimate. It's like, yeah, you only moved the 2-point items. Like,
Yeah.
you took off 10 points out of a fucking 120. You know? Yeah, it went down about $125.
Yeah, that was
Dude,
like
it's so crazy.
that old lady that we had this week was doing that too. And she was like, well, I could just add this on. I mean, you guys are here, so I'll just have you move it. And I kept explaining to her, like, it's going to go up. And she was like, well, that's more than the estimate was. So I was like, yeah, explain that to you 4 times.
Is that the lady I joined you with?
Yeah.
So, like, in
Her
this
house is so
situation
nasty.
where
It was
someone's
gross.
just like, I'm not going to pay for that. What do
Just
you-
call.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
call, yeah.
Yeah. If they're adamant about
Or
it.
fight them instantly.
Yeah, just start punching.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can bust out in this state, over $600 is a felony theft of service. So
Yeah, that's a true
I
story.
can call the
Yeah.
police, or you can pay me.
Can
You
I-
could go that route if you want to fucking
I have a fake
power
badge.
move.
Or you could just call the
Then
office.
that's also a felony.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
They cancel out.
But yeah, I hit a dude. We damaged a dresser going into a storage unit, and we knew he was moving out of country for like a while, and he was trying to refuse to pay. So I busted that on him right now. And he was English too, so I said, "In this country."
But,
Oh, that's acceptable. That's acceptable.
He
I'll
fucking
take
busted
that.
out his credit card pretty fast.
Yeah.
We still fucked with him in that dresser for like 2 years because he was out of the country.
Should have stayed out of the country.
Welcome to America.
There's multiple podcast stories about that guy and that job interview. David Davidson was there on that one.
That's not his- that's not his
No,
real
it
name.
isn't. Dave
Okay.
Burton was his name.
Ah,
One of the biggest pieces
that's
of shit.
yeah. He is one of the
Like-
biggest pieces of shit that has ever
like
worked
ever.
here.
Like just to, probably
in general,
in the country. He's
I'm
up
intrigued.
there.
Tell me more.
Nah,
I don't even want to.
listen to the first like 8 podcasts. I'm
Yeah,
sure it's on
there's
there.
surely the story.
Yeah,
This is like what Adam was saying yesterday. This is literally the most competent crew we've ever had. That's
In a
like
long
consistent.
time, yeah.
Oh, well.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
The bar
It's
is very
insane.
low.
There's,
No,
you know, you
no,
got
The
to
bar is so low.
Physical ability might be
have
lower.
no
than
idea.
it
Yeah,
has
yeah,
been,
but
can
like,
say that.
general
just the straight up
competency
wily,
is
like
pretty
off the wall, stupid
Mhm.
bullshit is non-existent right now, which is cool in terms of fellow
Yeah.
coworkers.
Haven't seen anything shocking. in a
Yeah,
while.
I don't have to worry about potentially getting crushed by a basketball hoop in the back of the shop. You know,
Every time we talk about this, I'm always just left with more questions.
Dude, there's some dumb
What?
people out there, dude.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just used to
You
the
were in the
normals.
army. You've seen it.
Yeah,
but-
you know these people.
Yeah, but this is like
Hey,
on
Dave-
a different level.
Dave Davidson was in the army. He
Yeah.
got kicked out. He was an
I
artillery
was
guy.
just about to say some of these people couldn't make it in the army.
Dave Davidson was in the army. He got kicked out, and he didn't say he got kicked out. He said he
Still
did his
to
time and left,
yeah,
but he did 2 years and 6 months.
definitely.
That's
Ah,
possible.
ah.
Yeah, got kicked out. Yeah,
Mm.
and I don't blame it.
It's so funny.
And what was that MOS again? Yeah, no.
Oh,
way.
it's on his.
He was a-
social
he was a
media
13
still.
Bravo.
Yeah,
That tells you enough right
He
there.
knows. He
No,
knows.
that's not happening.
Hey, those who can't serve, move.
Those who did serve.
Move. Yeah.
Yes,
Brought to you by the United States Armed Forces.
Join the army. Kick ass.
Yeah, kick.
I did think that yesterday because I was sitting there and it was Bennett, Brad, Adam,
Yeah.
Trey, and Alex. And I'm just sitting there and they're like, you guys were talking about army bullshit or like, giving each other hand jobs or something.
Yeah, that sounds right.
All this is true.
It checks out.
I'm just like, damn, all y'all motherfuckers are in the army.
We all agree. Hey, Trey was a Marine.
Wow.
True. Oh, yeah, you were making fun of
Yeah,
him for being
and
a
so,
Marine.
and
We
so
sure
was
were.
Tay.
As you do.
Oh, and Tay.
Tay was in the
I
Marines,
thought he was Army.
Nah, Tay was
Tay
in
was
the
Marines.
Ask him about it sometime. He won't tell you.
He seems like he doesn't want to talk about it.
He told me
It's like-
everything.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
told
he
me a
talks
lot
to
too.
me.
He
Yeah.
hated it. He hated it.
Yeah.
We were both at Fort Sill at different
He's
times.
like, man, just a bunch of dumb, stupid white guys running around, fucking, I'm gonna kill this, I'm gonna do that. It's like, all right, you're right, Tay.
Yeah, it's the entire U.S. government.
Oh.
Dumb white guys running around saying, I'm going to kill these people.
We saw a pickup truck parked in someone's driveway that had a Southern raised, and it was a picture, or it was the outline of Georgia with the Blue Lives Matter flag in it with the phrase over top of it. Oh, it was so great.
Oh, yeah.
Out in Windsor.
Yeah.
What possesses you to put that out there to the world?
I don't know.
On one of your most valuable assets, probably.
Probably the second most valuable asset besides the house that it's parked in. Like,
Well, it's also in these parts. It's like people like, yeah, Southern raised. I'm from the South, brother. It's like, dude, this is Colorado, man. This is farming town. This is fucking, produce, fucking corn, whatever you want, man. Like, nobody cares.
And we had
You're not in Seattle. Don't worry.
Yeah, we got a little add-on action at our second job today too. Moved a desk into the back of this guy's pickup truck for $40.
Oh, yeah.
Hell
The whole
yeah.
time we were there, he was wearing a Coloradoans for Trump hat, Colorado flag in the middle of it.
shit, yeah.
Greatest part, this guy was brown. He was not white.
Yeah.
Well,
Go let your freak flag fly.
It was
Also barefoot the entire time.
Oh, nice.
Dude, right next to an elementary school the other day, there was a guy flying a fuck Biden flag, like 20 feet high in his backyard. There's kids just got out of school, just like a bunch of fucking 6-year-olds rolling up. Just giant.
Well, I think the funniest
Fuck
thing though
Biden.
was that the dude that we moved in there had an impeach Trump sticker on his guitar case. So I'm sure those two will get along.
Wait, did he really?
Yeah, he sure did.
I know. We all kind of commented on it quietly as we were going in. He didn't really say anything though.
That's a sitcom I'd watch. It's just a live feed.
Mm-hmm.
I had a funky day yesterday. It's just me and Kalen because
Oh,
Jake
yeah?
was
Yeah.
scheduled, but it was his day off. So Kalen,
I helped briefly.
I helped too.
You did, yeah. You got a lot of help. It was a good day. But yeah, it was Caitlin's first time ever crew leading, and it was just me and him. So I was like, I've been here for like 2 or 3 months. Like, I'm sorry, guy. I'm only here for moral support. So first 2 jobs were actually pretty easy. First one on the unload, we got help from Kyle and Ted because they just happened to be in the same apartment complex, which was pretty nice. And
Nice.
second job went super quick. It was just a nice southern lady. We moved like 5 things or some shit. It was really easy. It was only supposed to be 2 jobs, and we get a text from JD, and he gives us an add-on. Which the entire time Caitlin's like, JD better not give us an add-on.
That was our job.
Yeah, it was supposed to be vetted Sophie's job, and it was. We go back to the shop, we get the contract. It's like, oh, it's like 5 things, whatever. It's totally fine. We can go do this, and it's supposed to be just unloading a trailer, and we get there, and it's a U-Haul completely packed full of just like garbage.
And just smash boxes.
Yeah, smash
trash box.
You didn't
trash
even like.
bags.
It just was worse when we got there. Like we're like, this can't be it, and then we're like, this is it, and we look inside and we're like, what the fuck is going on? And they're like, oh yeah, we also have like a treadmill, and there was so much shit they just didn't tell the office about. And I was like, this is not a 2-person job.
As
Washer dryer swap.
Yeah. We were only supposed to unload a washer dryer, but like, yeah, can you like swap them out? And it's like, oh, but also we have a treadmill and like a leather recliner, and like, I know the contract said no boxes, but we have like at least 50 boxes, and they're all crushed.
There was significantly more than 50
Yeah,
boxes.
it was insane. Like,
Yeah, we were driving away, me and Salofi, after helping you guys, and I like look over at Salofi. I would have been so fucking pissed if I had to start that job at 3 o'clock, and Salofi's like, yeah. That would have been awful.
No, the craziest part, because it was fucking me and Caitlin, so we're just like, what do we do? We're not equipped for this.
Dude, I know it's not reasonable and impossible, really, but I'm so sick of people calling to book like loads and unload. Well, mostly just unloads. I mean, booking loads at all sucks. Doing loads at all is the worst.
Yeah.
But people calling to unload shit before they've actually even gotten the vessel or loaded it. I know that's how it has to be, because you can't do that fucking the day prior when it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be loaded on this day. I need to unload it the next day, because it's like, yeah, we're going to get a 16-foot truck. We just have it's a full-size bed. We'll take it all apart for those guys that are loading it up. I'm thinking like, I don't know, we can get everything in like 10 boxes, and then there's going to be like the lightest coffee table you guys probably will ever see, and that's it. And then a 26-foot honker just rolls up, dude.
The train one.
Yeah, seriously, dude. She's like, I can't find my purse. Where is it?
That is literally what happened to us, yeah.
Dude, I just fucking... It drives me nuts.
That same job, I lost my water bottle. I was like, I don't fucking know where it is. I like remember bringing it to the U-Haul, and then Kaylin was like, yeah, check the back of the truck. It's not in there. And I'm like, well, fuck. I guess I lost my water bottle. I come back to the store. I'm like, bring the tools out. It's in there. My water bottle's in there. Kaylin just didn't look that hard.
Nice.
A job we did a couple days ago with Marco. He, talked to the customer. We finished loading the trucks. I'm like, yeah, we're going to make a quick stop and we'll meet you at the unload. And Marco's like, shit, I left my water bottle inside. So he's trying to go inside. The doors are all locked. He's like, fuck. Can you call her to see if she's around to open the door? I was like, yeah, I'll try to give her a call. I start calling her and she pulls up. And I go, yeah, I think one of our guys left a water bottle. And before I finish my sentence, she like reaches down and pulls the water bottle out and hands it to me. And Marco's like, thank you so much.
It's tragic losing a water bottle.
Yeah. I did disposable water bottles for a long time because I just kept losing my water bottles. And I finally buckled down and bought the one I'm using now, and I've had that for a while.
Yep. I left mine in those pods that we packed for that guy. That one day. Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
I haven't bought a new one since.
We had a coworker blame us for himself losing his water bottle in the truck and refused to eat lunch with us.
Oh, please do tell. Oh,
No, he's already been told a million times.
This is
This is not Dave Davidson, but
this is
No,
mine. This is
Miles,
Miles.
We've stayed away from it.
For the most part.
because
there's
that
definitely
should be a
mentions.
whole podcast
He could
in
have his
itself.
whole podcast.
Like, he could have a whole season.
The worst coworker ever.
Yeah, he was.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard
It's probably because the duration that he was here. He is hands down probably the worst person that's ever worked at this shop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah.
Purely on duration.
Dave Davidson would have been bad, but he lasted like
a week and a half. Yeah.
Miles was here for years. It felt
2
like
years.
He was here for 22 months.
Oh my god!
Fucking.
How do you not get fired?
I just
Did
tried.
eventually.
We thought about it once real hard, and then we're like being too nice, and we should have.
He's like, yeah, the only thing I know is he's just throwing temper tantrums and shit.
Yeah, the second time we had.
He's the worst, man.
You shouldn't have hired him. As soon as he was like, those are actually hand trucks, don't hire that
That
guy.
wasn't my choice at the time.
Yeah,
I just
right.
walked by and heard that, and I was like, yeah, fuck that guy.
He likes to mix the freaks
Yeah.
with the other
With the
Mhm.
geeks.
He says that out loud too.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
that's what he does.
It's like, hey, Miles, you're a freak. Come on.
That's
Join
That's
us.
the weirdest fucking guy I've ever met.
Yeah.
We'll take him.
That's pretty much how Alex got hired.
I was gonna say that's me as well. Like, I'm definitely one of the freaks.
Is that a 90-pound alcoholic lesbian?
Yeah.
We're not even doing Let's see what happens.
It's gonna hurt my suit.
No.
That's not an exaggeration.
We're
No,
talking
I-
about a
James.
90-pound lesbian.
No,
who's an
I actually,
alcoholic.
I do know. She was dating the other ones.
Yeah, she
Yep.
was dating
No,
the
I-
other Eastern European lesbian, not alcoholic,
But didn't know her way home. Right?
But she might have been
Yeah.
one of the dumbest people
Yes.
who was still
Yeah,
a functioning,
clearly.
well, I
Yeah.
hesitate to call functioning, a member of society.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Your guys' impressions of her always genuinely make me laugh because they all sound the same.
Because they sound exactly
Dude,
like her.
yeah.
That's the
It's
thing.
fucking great. Dude, I've never even met this
No,
person.
no.
no.
No, it goes to the basement.
It was already like that.
Yeah.
She hit me. Her corner of the couch was solidly embedded in the drywall. It was like,
Yep,
a forehead.
I know exactly what you're
hole.
talking about. It was already like that.
I'm not fucking kidding you. She said that.
I know.
I know exactly.
The couch corner is just happens to be perfectly in the giant hole that is sitting in the wall, right?
the couch-shaped hole.
it's fine.
It was already like that.
There's white dust on the couch.
Dude.
I mean, like, seriously.
I mentioned this to Nick earlier about fucking one of the, not the custody, but one of his roommates or whatever. Like, they have like these people's votes count as much as ours. Like that's
Oh, yeah.
Sabina, bro. Sabina, when she hit me with the fucking finished basement thing.
Mhm. There's a floor and wall and
Yeah.
everything.
This is an unfinished basement. No, it's finished. I was like, no, this is an unfinished basement, Sabina. No, there's floors and walls. And I was like, you got me there, but
Yes, but no.
yeah, you're right. It is
because the people were talking about they were going to have us pull it back out of the basement to get it finished later, which fuck people for doing that all the time too. Like, hey, load 100 boxes and a bunch of bullshit in my basement, and then come out next month to pull it all out while we get it finished. It's like, just don't put it down there to begin with. But
Yeah.
We need the
she was
garage
having the
space.
conversation with the customer and then questioning me on it. She's like, what more do they need finished down here? It's like,
the wall.
everything does.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Does it look like the
concrete
rest
and
of the
wood.
house?
I did tell her though that factory there, that big ass fucking like tire factory in Aurora was a cloud machine. That's how they make clouds because the ecosystem's gotten so bad that we have to do it artificially. She was like, "Oh, I never knew that."
I fucking hate you so much, bro.
You know, Alex, you were asking the other day, what are the worst people that we've worked with? Because Adam said, like, this is a good crew.
Yeah.
These are the kind of people that we've had to deal with.
Yeah.
This is,
It makes me
this
feel
is our life.
entirely better about myself. Like
You
I'm
should.
gonna sleep really good tonight.
I mean, still my least favorite was old Seabass, but
Oh, yeah, Seabass.
The guy was a liability.
yeah.
Yeah, that was his nickname. If he was on the podcast, his nickname will be The Liability.
Yeah.
Like how
I
far
lit
can you
that
go
guy
into
up
this? I'm so
hard
curious.
from underneath a piano in a trailer. I don't know
Yeah,
what he
dude.
was doing. He just left me and Mac like we were about to take the leg off, and suddenly Seabass is gone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like, so bad! Like the yell. I'm not gonna try and yell that loud, but just like in the living room under a piano. Where the hell is this guy? Roll out, like make eye contact with the old ass custody's like. Just throw up my
No, not
arms.
you.
What is this?
It's
Are
like
you kidding me right now? And Max
it's like-
over there. Oh yeah, what the fuck is this shit? You
Yeah.
fucking believe this guy?
That's pretty good back impression.
I had
It's
to
like-
slide a couch through an entire house because he tried to pick it up 3 times on their wood
Dude,
floor,
that
and he
was the
just kept
worst.
dropping it. And I was like, just fucking put a pad under there, and I'll just fucking push it. I'm done. Just get out of here. I don't need you anymore.
That kid was so
I
worthless.
was so mad.
Kyle, is that the same guy who was like, I won't touch the
Yeah,
washer
he wouldn't
because
carry
it's
the
soapy?
washer because it was soapy on the bottom. So I had to dolly it down from a 3rd floor
Oh,
apartment.
by yourself.
By myself.
Oh, I remember that.
Dude, he was the worst.
I was so pissed.
There was that day I came and joined you, Eckfield, and him to move that
Oh.
baby grand in Old Town.
I would have died if I didn't call you.
And dude, yeah, and I went out there,
Almost
dude,
still died, yeah.
and it was like, all right, yeah, I get where this is kind of a sticky situation, you know, like we'll do this, get it down and stuff like that. And I just turned around, I'm like, man, I actively work with this guy, but this right here, he could have killed everybody on the crew in one fell swoop with the dumb shit he was doing. And I think I was filling in for Trent or something that day in the office. And
Luckily, thank God.
yeah, like I do every day, but now, but
your
that
job
day
now.
I was out of the field and working in the office, and I was like, "Can you come help?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll go help, dude." But went out there, dude, and it was like, got it going, everything was good, and then it was good to go to the unload. I think the unload was super easy, right? Or just
Well,
with the storage
I
or
don't remember
something.
that, but a little bit of preface. This is where the whiskey was, the giant 2,000
Yeah,
square
and it was
foot,
upstairs, that weird
32
spot,
flight of
dude.
stair, yeah, 32 set is the
Full
scale what they
fucking
call it.
yeah, full fucking player baby grand, like going down the stairs. But even with now 4 of us out there, fucking Seabass was just making it like still a liability, and he's not even involved, dude. And I immediately went back. I talked to Rouse like, "Fuck this guy, dude. What the fuck? Like, he's been a problem. I hate working with him." I went back to the shop and I immediately walked in. I was like, "Hey, JD, Adam, we got to fire him today or tomorrow, but he needs to not be on the crew ever again because he could have gotten. Had I not been out there, he would have fucking massacred both Eckfield and Rao in one fell swoop."
Yeah, Rao, I think it was you,
He got
me,
fired that
and
next day.
somebody else that was working with him the one day. The guy had like his whole basement gym that we had to take apart. And like he didn't carry a single thing. He just talked to the customer about soccer the whole fucking day. It's like,
That's the worst.
why are you even here?
I heard Eggfield sucked too.
Eckfield was a good mover.
I like
he was a
it.
good
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
it.
Yeah, I liked Eck. He
Well,
was just
okay.
he was kind of a.
His personality didn't mesh with us, but he was a good mover.
if you could turn,
He's a good dude.
if you
like-
could like turn everything about Alex besides his appearance inside out, that was Eckfield.
And if he just walked around like this all the time.
Right?
Okay,
That's
yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah, you nailed it.
You talk a lot. Eckfield didn't talk that much. You're dumb. Eckfield was kind of intelligent.
Okay, this is-
No, I'm playing. I'm playing on that.
But you look exactly the same.
But you guys look
Kinda
the
deep.
same. But then Eckfield also super straight edge. It's like
No drugs,
didn't
alcohol,
drink,
nothing.
Like
nothing like
me.
that.
Yeah.
I saw him
That's the
drink a
thing,
beer
but also,
once.
like,
Hey.
Yeah.
but also Rouse drinking a 40 with a Zen in, right?
Dude, I didn't know. We went on a long haul with that dude. We get like fucking 12 hours into Wyoming. I had some beers in the water cooler. So I busted them out, handed them out. And Ashfield's like, nah, man, I'm good. And I'm like, dude, but we just drove 12 hours. What do you mean you're good? Of course you want to.
Yeah.
You know? Like, all right, man. We're sitting out on the porch. It's super nice out. It's like 4th of July weekend. Lander, Wyoming.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Kind of like perfect setting.
Yeah, there were people going on buying stagecoaches and shit.
Yeah.
See, that
There was
was
a river.
You have to have a beer there.
Like,
yeah. Me, him, and Doug went to New Mexico.
thing
We got
was-
to the hotel and went to they had like a little like restaurant bar in there. And first thing we walk in, he's like, "Yeah, I'll take a Coors something." It's like. Both of us like double take. We're like, what the fuck? Are you gonna have a beer right now? That's insane.
Must have been a bad day.
It wasn't. It was actually pretty easy. But yeah.
To clarify, not that Eggfield was bad. I heard there was like 2 there was like the regular version, then there's the bad version that y'all call Eggfield. I heard this from Jake.
Eckberg.
He would, yeah,
That was more of just a nickname.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
jokey thing.
Well, I heard that he was either on some days he'd be really good, then on other days he would just be like, he just wouldn't do shit and be like, all right, I'm gonna do the paperwork like an hour early or something.
I mean, he would do that.
Towards
for
the
sure.
end.
Yeah, he liked to show up early so he'd get the truck all ready, and whoever showed up next would have to do the contract.
Yeah.
He liked to do that.
He did that to me every single.
Yeah, Derek and him had a competition to like see who could show up earlier. So they
That's
would
like-
do
That's
it.
me now too. I'm like, all right, son, show up 6:30, bud.
See you at 5.
Honestly, I haven't seen anyone show up earlier than Ra.
Oh yeah, Rob's probably usually the
Max
first one,
shows
right?
up pretty early.
Max, yeah.
I beat Route in today, but that's because you weren't in until 7:45
Yeah, Consuelo's.
or
took a
8.
while.
You weren't in
Yeah.
until 8. Yeah.
It's because I like to pick up the tool bag and flex in the bathroom mirror before I go to the
Yeah.
100 times each side,
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
that pump going.
Yeah.
80 each rep. Oh yeah.
Just come
No,
out
you
of
don't
the
have to get here early. Just
I don't want
What-
that
what
competition
football
with
coach
anybody.
is. Just do your job. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
You don't need to be. There's no fucking. You don't have to be a brownie scout or a girl
I
scout.
know,
you don't
dude.
need your badges. Just
Right.
do your job. That's all you got to do.
I fucking
Just look at me. I'm always late.
yeah.
Everybody has the times they show
Yeah.
up. Mine is plus or minus 5 minutes from the time I'm supposed to be there.
Yeah, it's about
I'm
plus
about plus or minus 10.
More
Plus
plus
five,
7
right?
minus.
It's probably plus 10.
I'm consistently +3.
Oh man, so, sometimes I just hit those lights and I get here super early.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get fucked.
Dude, I got here.
I
Yeah.
live way further than anyone here, but
I bet you
Yeah.
go through less traffic lights than I do.
That's
That's also true.
By a significant margin, probably.
My drive's super easy,
it's a fact.
Yeah.
but it's long, but it's easy. I got here at fucking 7:10 this morning.
Once a pause over,
And-
I want to ask.
I was mad at myself. I was like,
I've
Brad,
kinda done that
it's
a couple
Saturday.
times. Mhm.
You're in at 7:10. Why? You didn't even mean to get up and get ready early. It just happened.
Yeah, we're coming to the end of the podcast here. This was
I
a
have
nice
a
little
point of
discussion.
order,
Yeah,
if
do
I
it
may.
up.
I'd like to give a round of applause to Mr. Dr. Eric Hoffman for his 10-year anniversary.
For 10 years.
It's true,
10
man.
years.
10
That's all
whole
I gotta
years.
do, you know,
You're
probably
about to-
longer because I ferned before.
Yeah.
But you've been with the company, this company,
Yes.
for
You've
10
been ferning,
years.
you've been ferning real hard,
Been
Rover.
ferning real hard. There were times where I couldn't even get on the health insurance because I didn't work enough because I was doing other stuff. So at least, you know,
Consistent employment, at least.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm
My body
Sorry?
feels surprisingly good.
Congratulations.
You look
Yeah.
good. You're looking healthy.
What did I say? You know, just keep working, keep moving.
Yeah. 10 years.
And if
baby.
you do what you love, you'll never work a day. in your life.
I've been working every day for 10 years.
I'll tell you, I worked hard today.
Oh, I mean what I said earlier. Like, I couldn't dodge any piece. I had to fucking work today.
Yep.
It sucked.
It happens.
Man.
It's hard when you have to go to your job and actually do
It's
it.
bullshit. It really is. Usually I skate by. Not today.
Did you
No.
been a for over 3,650 days?
Was it 10,000 hours to be a master? You're definitely way above that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and, I mean,
He has a doctorate in furniture. That's
Yeah,
what-
might as well.
That's why he's a doctor.
Ah, shit.
I'm a doctor. I have a doctorate in relocation.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Yes, sir.
Logistics.
He is a
Relocation
I'm a
relocation expert.
relocation
Yeah.
specialist.
We're furniture and relocation technicians. Farts.
Mhm.
I stole that joke from somewhere else.
George
Yeah.
Carlin. It was a little
George
different,
Carlin,
but I like it.
That's the end of the podcast. Thanks for listening. Rate, comment, subscribe.
Smash that notification bell.
Listen
your
to Fred
mover.
Coleslaw.
Just gonna keep tucking in. Listen to Fred work. Listen to him.
It's related.
Seriously, it's bullshit when I actually do have to show up and work. Like, I'm not looking forward to that.
You
Like,
better keep fucking showing
Yeah,
up.
no, I'm going to.
As long
Fuck.
as you
It's
show
just,
up, it's fine.
you know, I don't like it. Like, I like to, you know, not sweat, but I end up doing.
Carson
George
got to
Love.
see it from
Regardless.
3 different people today. The 1,000-yard mover stare.
Because there was just at some
I about
point.
freaked out and was like, I gotta go take a mental 5. Y'all, do what you're doing. And I basically went out by the truck and just like drank some water, open and closing the door a couple times. I didn't smoke or anything because there's kids and open doors, but pretty much that's what I did. About 5 minutes.
The worst, dude, is when you like get in the cab and you're by yourself, like something like that, and both doors are shut. And you shut the door, but you're like, I don't even care about rolling the window down. I'm just gonna sit in this fucking hot box right now.
You sweat out the pain.
It's like you showed up at my house at 7:55 in the morning and kicked me in the balls. Kick me in the balls.
Right on, man.
Kick me in the balls.
Right, man.
Kick the balls. Balls.
Man.
Balls.
Right,
Balls.
right, man.
Kick me in the balls.
Right on, man.
Kick me in the balls.
Right, man.
Kick the balls. Balls.
Man.
Balls.
Right,
Balls.
right, man. On,
Balls.
man, on, man.
Balls.
On,
Balls.
man.
Balls.
On,
Balls.
man, on, man.
Balls.
On,
Balls.
man.
Balls. Kick me in the balls.
Right on, man.
Kick me in the balls.
Right, man.
Kick the balls. Balls.
Man.
Balls.
Right,
Balls.
right, man.
Kick me in the balls.
Right on, man.
Kick me in the balls.
Right, man.
Kick the balls. Balls.
Man.
Balls.
Right,
Balls.
right, man. On,
Balls.
man, on, man.
Balls.
On,
Balls.
man.
Balls.
On,
Balls.
man, on, man.
Balls.
On,
Balls.
man.
Balls.